So we're here with Nick and we're talking about compensations and stuff. So what do you do for fun?
Play music.
Play music. So you play bass, right?
Yeah.
How long have you played bass?
Say about 14 years.
Oh, that's a long time, right? So it's half a life, basically. So, see that? Let's go into your bass holding. Can everybody see what happens? Look at that left external rotation, right arm internal rotation. Look at that tight left trap, tight right pec. All right, so now drop down to normal stance. Does everybody see that it's pretty much still there? So, if we're trying to go for increased upper body strength, we have to basically tune up Nick before we're going to try to get, really, really strong. So, basically, what we're going to try to do is loosen up the tension on his right side so it can be a little bit more open, and we're going to try to loosen up all the tension that he has on the back so he's not pulling up on the trap and inhibiting the range of his shoulder, because the left side is the shoulder that doesn't work very well or feel very well with the lockout. So basically, let's do some of the pec stuff that we were doing. So on the right side, he's probably going to see what we feel.
A little tightness in here.
You feel it?
That's his shoulder. Yeah.
All right. Now you might feel that transfer into the actual shoulder joint, right? You can work down to the the meat of the pec. You do different techniques. Search around, and then you can do some kind of pin and stretch. So once you find a spot, you can move your arm on it. And you find a tight spot, you can move that right arm around. You feel how that changed? Let that kind of melt away a little bit. And this is definitely not going to be an overnight fix. Sometimes you can get a lot of range of motion in a couple minutes, but this is something that Nick's played guitar for 14 years. So think about that. It's a repetitive stress. It's a repetitive strain. Does it hurt him? Not when he plays guitar, right? Because you're used to it. But when you do other stuff that involves not the form of the guitar, it's going to start to bother you a little bit. So let's try that left side, and we're going to work a little bit on the back. So help you place that up there pretty good. So we're going to work on is loosen up some of that mid-trap, rhomboid area. Good. See, that upper trap's really tight. So we're going to start on the wall. There's a lot of different techniques you can do. You get some of that lat area, some of that subscap under there. I'm sorry, not subscap. That would be hard to do with that. But massage therapy, really, really good. So you can get into rotator cuff muscles. His infraspinatus was on the back of the shoulder blade. It's probably pretty tight for the external rotation. And I say this, I know a lot about this because I've played in a bunch of bands, for probably 5 or so years, and played for a good amount, and I have the same issues. Left traps develop because when he plays bass, the guitar strap's on this side. It's the same thing as when, say, ladies are carrying a purse, always on one side. You notice that shoulder is always kind of a tighter or stronger trap. It's just because your body's adapting. If you always carry a baby on one side, right? They put their hip out. It's like it becomes a cognitive efficiency for you to do certain things. So what's going to happen is when Nick's going to set up to do his bench press or his push-ups or whatever, you're still going to feel some of that guitar transferring over, that form transferring over. And we're not going to be even, so we want to try to even it out as much as we can. So that right side's probably not as tight, is it?
Yeah.